Hi, and welcome back everyone. I hope you guys had a great day so far. So today, I think I have a pretty substantial haul to share with you guys because I've shopped so much and just really treated myself to a lot of things that I really wanted to get for quite some time. Like stuff from makeup to accessories, as well as some like home decor stuff. I just pretty much have covered it all. I also included some of the products that I was sent by companies, as well as like a little random giveaway that I've won on Instagram, which was pretty exciting. So yeah, if you guys are interested, keep on watching. So I was kind of on the hunt for a nice pair of real leather booties. I just wanted a really nice pair of simple booties that I could wear with pretty much any outfit. Just something that feels comfortable and looks nice. So of course I had to go to TkMaxx, as I always do. I mean, it is no secret that I really love myself a nice TkMaxx visit because I pretty much get everything. Like everything from TkMaxx. I'm not kidding you guys. Like most of my apartment consists of TkMaxx. But I did indeed find a pretty nice, really simple looking pair that looks elegant, classy, and that I can wear with pretty much any outfit, any combination that I have in my wardrobe, which mostly consists of black clothing, to be honest. I think these look so expensive and they feel so incredibly expensive. They are extremely soft and I do not feel them on my feet at all. I seriously did not want to take them off. By far the most comfortable booties I've ever worn. The material just snuggles my feet so completely perfectly, like it's unreal. I think I've really never worn a better fitting pair of boots in my entire life. You guys, I'm someone that never passes the home decor section in any store pretty much. It kind of gets me excited and I get a ton of ideas how to decorate my personal apartment. I just love to decorate for the fall time especially. This time I have to say TkMaxx had outdone themselves because they released so much amazing decorations for Halloween and for fall time. As soon as I saw these letters that have like little lamps in them, so I purchased the word boo for Halloween and I love it. I don't know, it just gets me so excited. I don't know what it is, but these random things get me so much more into the fall spirit. I mean, they're not as incredibly well made, to be honest, but they just look amazing and I'm sure they will do the job just as fine. But of course, this would not be a typical TkMaxx haul if I was not to show you guys something from the beauty aisle, because of course, me being me, I always have to visit the skincare aisle as well as some of the makeup things first. The first thing that I purchased from the beauty aisle is the Living Source Hydrating Skin Serum. This one is a repurchase. It is a gorgeously formulated hyaluronic acid serum. Really simple, does the job beautifully. It has like this gel texture to it that sinks into skin really fast. I just love to layer a lot of different hydrating serums on top of each other to just get more hydration into skin, obviously. This is one of those products that are really fitting into my routine. They feel very lightweight and deliver a lot of hydration to skin. And lastly, I purchased 3 makeup products recently. One of them was this Stila Glow and Behold makeup set. As soon as I saw the picture of this Stila Convertible lip and cheek color, I immediately had to grab the set. To be very honest, I only purchased it because of this blush. Stila does my absolute all-time favorite blushes on the entire market pretty much because the texture of them is so divine. It very smoothly meshes with skin. This set has a blush called Magnolia. I think it does not look quite appealing to most people probably. It kind of looks similar to my background, but it's one of those blushes that are perfect for autumn, and it does look pretty dark, but you can sheer them out to pretty much next to nothing. The set came also with 2 additional products. This one is the Stila Smudge Stick Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Lionfish, which is like a bronzy, darker brown color. These do stay on the waterline as well as on my lids pretty nicely. I've already worn it a couple of times and it does not move. And the other one is a Stila lip glaze in the shade Gleam. I have a couple of these in my collection already. I like them, but I'm not a huge lip gloss fan anymore. The other two items that I found were the L'Oreal Illuminating powder in the shade Rose. This was supposed to be a highlighter. At least I was swatching it in store and it looked absolutely gorgeous. A full-on like champagne metallic-y highlighter. It looked divine. So I was super excited. As soon as I came home and I wanted to test it out with a brush, nothing came off. It turned out that the really nice shimmery highlighter was just an overspray, and underneath it is just a normal face powder, which was kind of disappointing, but it was super cheap and I could of course still use it. But I was so excited to have finally found a highlighter from the drugstore that I could use, but what can you do? The other product is the Revlon Photo Ready cream blush in the shade Coral Reef, a gorgeous, vibrant coral shade. It looks absolutely gorgeous on the cheeks, really fresh and youthful. The texture of these is not as creamy and almost as sticky as the ones that Stila does. This one is definitely more on the cream to powder side. So that was my TkMaxx haul. On to some good old drugstore. So I've only purchased 3 items this time, 2 of which are cleansing oils. Both of them are the same thing. These are from a German drugstore brand called Balea, and it's pretty much their newest release. It's just a normal cleansing oil, no fuzzes, no nothing. The formulation is on point, no irritating ingredients in here whatsoever. It's just a very simple formulation, which is what I very much appreciate and like. Now I've already tried it, however, I'm not over the moon excited about it anymore because on my skin it almost feels like applying a little bit of a dry oil, because as soon as I apply it, it kind of seems to absorb into skin. This was just my personal perception. It does not feel like a lot. It's a very lightweight oil for sure. It does not feel as like thick and creamy almost as the L'Oreal version does. This one is just much more affordable and the formulation is better too. Just does not feel as rich and as cleansing as the L'Oreal version does, but I have to give it a couple of more tests. Maybe I'm going to change my mind in the future. The other product that I purchased from the drugstore is the Essence Lashes to Impress Half Lashes in number 3. Just very simple looking, non-dramatic looking half lashes that you can apply on the outer corners of your eye to make them look more feline and lifted. I love that. So yeah, these are super simple, very affordable, being Essence, and yeah, that was my drugstore haul. I then went into an Inglot store, finally. You guys, I was dreaming, I was longing into going into an Inglot store for the longest time because so many people were hyping their eyeshadows and their brushes, and I just wanted to get a feel for the products they have because they seem pretty legit and have so many eyeshadow colors. But I purchased no eyeshadows. I just purchased a brow product and a brush. So the first product that I purchased is the AMC Brow Liner Gel in the shade number 12. The perfect shade for my eyebrows. It has no warmth to it. It's the perfect amount of ash. The color is not too deep nor too like gray looking or anything. So I was wondering while testing out this product whether this is going to be kind of comparable to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Dip, and I'm sure it is kind of comparable. This one is also a brow pomade that you can use with a brush. I personally love to use the Zoeva Brow Line brush because it gets the job done in under 30 seconds. I can very highly recommend it if you guys can't get your fingers on the Anastasia Dip Brow. This one is the bomb so far. The brush that I purchased is the 4SS brush. I wanted to get it for quite some time, to be honest, because I've seen a couple of people use it in their tutorials and it looked like a brush that I just needed in my life, obviously, because I don't have enough brushes in my collection. I got a little bit lucky and for, I think, the first time in my life, won a giveaway. Like, I could not believe it, but I did. The very nice girl, Tiffany is her name, she sent me these really cool matte lipsticks. Now, to be honest, I have to say that I did not expect them to be any good. I was so wrong. They are amazing. Like, I'm stunned. I think I've never came across a better true matte lipstick that really stuck to my lips. These are both by Glow Minerals and they're called the Suede Matte Crayons. I have them in the shades Bombshell, which is a really true red with just a blue undertone, and Sorbet. This is also a blue toned pink. These feel like nothing. They do go on very smoothly. They're incredibly pigmented. The colors are gorgeous. Just exactly those colors that I would personally wear. The cool thing about them too is that they come with a sharpener on top, which is really handy. I'm in love with them. I am so much in love that I see myself purchasing a couple of more shades. I love the texture. It's very lightweight and they stay on the lips like there's no tomorrow. I was very shocked and surprised. So yeah, I quite like these. Next, I had to place an order on Paula's Choice because this is one of my all-time favorite skincare brands. I mean, it's no secret, I really love Paula's Choice products. They are no fuss products, no added stuff in here that has no scientific background. Everything is very much researched. I love her products to death. The formulations are on point and I can very much recommend them. I've been using her products for years. Now, the first product that I had to purchase just because I was so curious and my skin is still in the stage where it's kind of breaking out. I was looking into something that specifically targeted acne-prone skin, although I don't have acne, I just have a very blemish-prone skin at the moment. So this is from her Clear line, so it's targeted towards acne and blemish-prone skin. It's called Anti-Redness Exfoliating Solution. This one has 2% salicylic acid, which is a chemical exfoliant, and it's the extra strength version. They have the normal strength as well. My skin is very used to chemical exfoliants as well as retinoids, so I just directly wanted to try the very high percentage to see whether it's going to do something for my skin. I've been using this one every single day, twice a day, morning and night, for, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks already. Yes, I've had these for quite some time. It helped significantly. I mean, I don't wake up with like 10 new blemishes every morning. They start to heal. I start to not get as many anymore. My skin feels very smooth due to the exfoliation action, and my pores feel and look finer too. The other two products that I had to repurchase are long-term favorites of mine. I had to repurchase the Paula's Choice Resist Weekly Resurfacing Treatment with 10% AHA. This one is another chemical exfoliant. It's an alpha hydroxy acid. I had them in my routine for a long time. I swear by these. This is the glow maker in your entire skincare routine. This makes such a huge difference in how even my skin looks, how glowy it is, just how soft it feels. And lastly, I just had to treat my skin to some new retinol. This is my all-time favorite. I just love the formulation. It's really moisturizing. It does not dry out my skin, and I don't feel like that I need to amp it up with a further moisturizer on top. This is the clinical 1% retinol treatment with peptides and vitamin C. Bloody love the formulation. It has everything that skin could possibly need. Although with retinols, just in general, you have to be really cautious. Don't start with 1%. I really had to work my way up to this. I also got sent a couple of new products by Smashbox, namely their new foundation as well as their new brow products. The foundation is amazeballs. It's called the Camera Ready BB Water. It has an SPF of 30, although I honestly do not like for foundations or base products to have an SPF. It's absolutely unnecessary and makes the user feel like using an SPF every single day, which is not the case because you're supposed to use at least 1/4 teaspoon of your SPF to make it work actually, which no one does with foundation. I used to rave about this L'Oreal Eau de Teint foundation, which I think it's called liquid powder in the States. It was my all-time favorite for a long time. After I started to be more interested into ingredients, I figured it had a very high percentage of alcohol. So Smashbox came out with their BB water, and I was immediately drawn to it because I knew it was going to be somewhat similar, very liquidy. I tried it and I was amazed. The formulation of this, by the way, is spot on. No irritating ingredients in here at all. It's amazing. So this one has certainly become one of my new all-time favorite foundations. Smashbox also came out with new brow products, which these are their new Brow Tech Gloss Sticks in the shades Taupe and Gold Shimmer. I'm not quite sure what these are supposed to do. I was thinking that they were supposed to be like a brow wax, but they're not at all. They just feel like a gloss on top of your eyebrows. Not quite sure how to utilize them so far. I used them, but they did not really show up on my brows. The Gold Shimmer one confused me quite a lot. I think I just need to investigate a little bit more on these. But they also sent me the Brow Tech Matte Pencil. So essentially, it's a very simple brow pencil to fill in your brows. It has no shimmer to it. It has a really, really precise fine tip, kind of comparable to Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. It works fine with my brow color, although this one is just a teeny tiny bit on the warmer side. It's in the shade Taupe. I think they have a couple more shades. The only downside that I've found so far was that you cannot twist it back, so you have to make sure that you don't twist out too much of the product. I then stumbled upon two MAC products, and I was also sent their new foundation. I wanted to get my greedy little fingers on this Extra Dimension eyeshadow in the shade Sweet Heat. I wanted to purchase MAC's Stone Lip Liner forever, and I was always contemplating, should I really get it? Don't I have something similar? I was always looking for dupes as well, and finally I caved in and just purchased the real deal, and I'm more than happy that I did because I use it constantly to line the lips. And I was also sent the new MAC Studio Water Weight Foundation. I have it in the shade NC15. It has an SPF of 30, which I don't mind it, although to most people it unfortunately suggests the wrong feeling of being protected against the sun. Unless you were to use 1/4 of a teaspoon on your face only, you are not thoroughly protected against UV rays, so you absolutely need to use a separate SPF underneath makeup just to make sure that you are protected. I just love this foundation. It's exactly right up my alley. It's very fluid in consistency, super lightweight feeling. It has a little bit of a dewy finish to it, and it provides a light to medium coverage. After I received this, I immediately had to check the ingredients of both of these foundations because texture-wise, they are identical. And after I checked the ingredients, I was kind of laughing about it because they're pretty much identical. Seeing that both Smashbox and MAC belong to Estee Lauder, it really does not surprise me, to be honest. If I were to choose one of these, I would more likely go for MAC just because of the shade selection and the price. MAC's is just a little bit more affordable than the Smashbox one. Moving on to a little naughty purchase, at least for my personal standards it is, to a bag that I wanted to purchase ever since it came out. It is a bag by Zara that looks a little bit comparable to the Chloe bag. I think it's called Drew bag. I'm not sure. And I could not forget about it. Unfortunately, it sold out really quickly like most Zara bags do. I had to hunt it down on eBay. I love how simple it is. Again, I'm not about a lot of colors and frills and fancies or anything. I like it really plain and classy and simple, sophisticated. This is what the bag is for me. I love that it has this silver chain, no gold going on. I'm not a gold person. I don't like gold on my skin personally. I think it tends to look cheap pretty easily. I like the silver detailing. It's a really rather small bag, and this is what I was looking for because I usually tend to carry around huge, gigantic bags with me due to university and carrying books and all that. So yeah, I really do appreciate this bag a lot. I also received 2 new goodies by Tom Ford. The first one being his new perfume called Noir pour Femme, which is like the female addition to the Noir pour Homme. Well, I'm such a genius, right? You guys, I already loved the Noir pour Homme because I consider every Tom Ford perfume to be extremely unisex. I wouldn't ever say that a certain Tom Ford perfume is just targeted towards a female or a male. This one is very different, however. This is not manly at all. I'd still say it is somewhat unisex, but this one has more of a sweeter base to it. Nothing too sickly, nothing too cheap smelling at all. It is Tom Ford after all. This is the perfect encapsulation of an autumn perfume. It smells warm. This one has definitive woody undernotes as well as some smokiness to it, something like a smoked wood. This is a full-on autumn scent that I absolutely appreciate. I love his scents so much because they're complex, classy, and sophisticated, and they're just not your typical high street mainstream perfume. The other product that I received is one of his new runway colors in the shade AW15, which can be used as a cream eyeshadow or a blush, contour, whatever you feel like using it for. I use this one mainly as a blush color. This one is a very warm-toned brown red that looks gorgeous on cheeks as well as on the eyes, but unfortunately on the eyes this one seemed to crease on me quite quickly, so I stopped using that there. And a lot of you guys commented on my Instagram what I was wearing. 9 out of 10 times I was usually wearing this. I love the texture. It's definitely very creamy, yet it kind of sets just a little bit, and on the cheeks it just seems to stay. Alright you guys, we're almost there. There are just a couple of products left, I promise, so please stick with me. I finally ordered some Ally Splash Lip Couture liquid lipsticks. These dry down very matte and are supposed to last the entire day. So I ordered 4 shades just to get a gist on the formulation as well as the color selection, and maybe if there was some inconsistency in the different colors, because that happens to any kind of brand. The shades that I ordered are Innocent Vixen, which is this gorgeous everyday nude shade. It has just a little bit of a peachy undertone. It's very beautiful. I ordered Criminal, this very vibrant looking magenta purple kind of shades. It's absolutely stunning. Ghoulish, I wanted to get this shade straight away. It's like this very popular gray beige concoction that everyone is after. It's also very beautiful. And lastly, what I have on today called Latte Confession. So this is more of like a rosy kind of shade, and I do like it quite a lot. Now I do have the Lime Crime Velveteens right next to me because these are also implemented in this haul. I can only report that they do not compare to the quality of Lime Crime because they feel a lot thicker and more apparent on my lips, although I do use a quite thin layer of them. They are very pigmented for sure, and I love the color selection. I just very much appreciate these nude everyday colors that I would wish Lime Crime would come out with. But other than that, they tend to crumble off my lips, especially if I drink something from a cup or eat something off a fork. They tend to crumble very easily and don't last as long. However, if I was not to touch them at all, they do last just a little bit longer. So yeah, I still do enjoy them, but I would not purchase more shades in the future. Just as I mentioned before, I also received some Lime Crime Velveteens. I did not purchase these myself. A very good friend of mine did because he's the best person in the world, and frankly, I was certainly getting on his nerves about liquid lipsticks all day. He purchased 2 liquid lipsticks for me in the shades Cashmere and faded. Both shades are exactly what I thought they was going to be. These are, as far as my personal experience went, the lightest feeling liquid lipsticks that I have ever used, especially compared to the L'Oreal, LA Splash, and even Stila. These feel a million times lighter and not apparent on lips at all. They don't dry out my lips as much as LA Splash do. They look absolutely stunning. The formulation is hands down the best. They smell like cake batter. I mean, I was very much shocked, but these lasted the entire day, meaning 8+ hours, without fading or smudging off or anything. They feel like nothing on lips, and yeah, I just love everything about these Lime Crime Velveteens. I had no negative experience with the company whatsoever. My order arrived within a week, and therefore there is nothing bad to say about Lime Crime. That was pretty much my long ass haul. I swear I have not purchased that many products in quite a long time. So what are your guys' most recent purchases? Please tell me down below in the comments. I would love to know. I hope you guys liked this video, and I also hope you guys did not find it too boring. As always, don't forget to check out my social media and subscribe to my channel if you liked what you see. I love you guys for watching, as always, and until we meet again.